this one, Richard. This is a game that's been on the radar for a long time.
Yeah, there's only a few regular season games that people actually look forward to. But this one, it gives us a good gauge of where the best teams are. A preview of how they could approach a potential playoff battle down the road.
Oh, well said. Yeah, a peek to what could be a matchup in the playoffs. Absolutely. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Smith in at point.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, and it's off from three-point range. And here's Smith. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Right wing. Five to shoot. Three-pointer. They get it back. The kick out to Towns. Smith scanning the floor. From past the arc. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Edwards finds Smith. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. To the wing right side. Back to McDaniel. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here's Maxey. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. It's an 8-point differential. Smith against Harden. Smith outside. Back to Edwards. Harden against Smith. Pass to McDaniels. Unloads. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Assisted.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process here, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Now, here's Maxey. Back to Harden. Out left to the wing. Here's Niang. No good, unable to end this run.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Smith the pass to McDaniels. Shoots. Smith no good. The 76ers trail by 10. Harris kicks to Niang. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Smith outside to the right side. McDaniels passes to Smith. Takes a three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Timeout called, the 76ers. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
And your Sixers youth dance team. hear it for your 76ers Youth Dance Team.
And here's Harris from the arc. The 76ers with another miss. Here's Minnesota. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Smith against Harden. Out to the right wing. McDaniels kicks to Smith over Harden. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Harden. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Niang. Embiid with it. Harris outside. Over Gobert. Another miss by Philadelphia.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
Smith outside. Over to the wing. McDaniels dishes to Smith. Over Maxey. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Harden, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Over in the corner, Edwards. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Smith outside. Out to the right wing. Five on the clock. Jacks up a three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Niang, no good.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Smith outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Looking for their first basket of the game. Here's Niang. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his
With the regular season just getting started, what's it like for rookies, Greg, who are beginning these new pro careers?
Let me tell you, Kevin, the speed of the pro game is startling. Things are happening so fast, it can take years for the game to slow down.
Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in, and that's good as he hits both of his shots. It's been all Timberwolves. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy three-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. And here is Harris. After Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Niang, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Smith outside. Now here's Reed. Defense right on him. Edwards, that's good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Niang passes to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And the three off target.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Maxey against Smith. Right side Towns. Smith outside. From deep. Good on the triple. Smith's got 19 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's Edwards on the wing. This one for three. Smith with the basket on the assist from Edwards. 22 points for Smith.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Trying to get something going. Good, he hits the jump shot.
In the mid-range, Embiid is pretty confident. He goes right up and drains that jump shot with ease. Look, some of James Harden's career numbers are crazy, but he's also got a lot of firsts to go along with those overall totals, like the first 60-point triple-double.
They get it again. Here's Harden. And the 76ers get it back. Harris misses.
He's been held scoreless tonight, really just unable to make any sort of impact.
Maxey against Smith. The three. Good for his ninth make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting. And Harden was the first player to average 35 points and 7 assists in a season.
Yeah, and that was in the 2018-19 season. The same year, he was also the first player to score at least 30 points against every other team. No one had done that since the NBA expanded in 2004.
Now, here is Smith following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Smith kicks to McDaniels. The three. And another three for Minnesota.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Magic.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
Now Smith, after the missed three from Tyrese Maxey. Here's the three. Another triple from Smith. Smith's got 31 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt. Smith the pass to McDaniels. Back to Smith. There's the three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Passes it to Niang. Maxey against Edwards. The offensive rebound. Out to Harris. Can they get it? No good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
That shot wide open. That's 36 points for Smith.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Lobbed up there for Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, there is no way to stop that. It has not been physically created a way to stop. His length, his massive hands, he can catch any lob.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And your Sixers game.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Timberwolves. Read out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Harden. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Melton in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Now here is Smith. Launches a 3. Drills it from outside. Smith's got 39.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Melton. Back to Harden. Pulls up. Doesn't go that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Smith on the wing. Pass to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Minnesota.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Pass to Reed. On the wing, Milton. Chalk up 2 there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
So it's the Timberwolves now. After the Sixers pick up 2. The shot's good from Smith.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Milton. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Hey, Richard, last season, Spurs coach Greg Popovich moved into first all-time in career coaching wins. And you played for him. You know him well. Any memories or thoughts about playing for Popovich?
First, let me say congratulations to Greg Popovich, because he is the type of coach and person you want to be the face of this league. You want him to be the face of the coaching ranks because he is so humble. He is so demanding, and you know what? He knows how to host a pretty good meal, too.
And you were a part of it?
Substitution.
So it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And don't... And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
And I like that they had the confidence in him to keep calling his number.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Smith in at the 1. In the corner, it's Harris. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Philadelphia. Smith against Harden. Smith outside. McDaniels finds Smith. Takes the 3. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Philadelphia. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
The shot's good from Smith.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Embiid kicks to Maxey. Open shot by Harris. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
One of the steadier performers in this league, Harris, with a nice bucket.
Now Smith. It's Edwards on the wing. Fires the three. Hits it again. Wow.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now third in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, GA, you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season has moved him past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant for most 50-point games in a season. I can still remember that incredible 2007 year for Kobe, and that has been bested. And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
There's the pass to Maxey. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Minnesota's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. And Smith puts up a deep 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Maxey passes to Embiid, and that one drops. Embiid's got 18 points.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. The free throw drops for Towns. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
Over to the left wing. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Smith against Harden. Smith outside. Outside Edwards. Back to Smith. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Outside, Maxey. Out to the right wing. Niang tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Smith against Harden. Lets it go from deep. And good! Another from 3.
And the threes just keep on coming. Another shot and another make.
He's starting to creep up that list now for most 3-pointers in a game. We'll see if he can keep going. Here is Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Towns comes with a double team. Pass to Niang. Offline with his 3.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And stolen by Harris. Pass to Harden. Lets it go with the three. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. McDaniels kicks to Smith. Pass to Towns. Back to Smith. There's the triple. And another one falls. Amazing.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Harris outside. Puts up a three. Kept alive. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two. Harden's got his first points of the game. Harden against Smith. From deep three-point range. Towns kicks to Smith. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Here's Harden. Here's Maxey. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Harrell, he's checked in for Embiid. Reed comes in. So it's Philadelphia now. They've got Harrell. Tyrese Maxey out there with Harden. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Harris in at the three. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Minnesota. Smith outside. The pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Smith. Over Harrell. Nice shot by Smith.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
76ers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, and every season, Embiid seems to improve as a scorer, adding different elements and wrinkles to his game.
Rivers finds Smith. From the arc. And again for three.
And with that made three, he now stands alone for third most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long, D.A. What a shooting performance.
You can see the change in approach from him since the break. He's been a menace after being held scoreless in the first half.
Smith with it. Maxey covering. Maxey against Smith. Three-pointer. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. For three, Harris. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Smith for three. And the three ball is good. Smith's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
On the wing, Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 8 now on the night. Smith against Harden. It's stolen by Harris. And Harden with the stop.
Just superb work in transition. This is where he really becomes an absolute problem.
Smith against Harden. Passes to Prince. Back to Smith for the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Now here's Harrell. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the play-off. Something to think about.
Smith, no luck. And the 76ers with possession. Harris passes to Maxey. Looking to get back on track here. It's good. Maxey's got 12 points in just the second half.
Just a beautiful job of scanning the floor, finding the open man. Harris looking to involve his teammates.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in the men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Smith.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And it's Smith penetrating. Back to Prince. 4 on the clock. Rivers. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Maxey, no good. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Maxey. Smith for 3. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to